Christmas Eve. So when I say it is Christmas Eve, it is like 1:20 a.m. So to me, it still feels like Monday evening, but it is in fact Christmas Eve. So I am getting this vlog started off very, very late. I'm currently watching, it's really out of focus and overexposed, but I am currently listening to the 12 Grimold Place ASMR rooms because I am currently reading The Toll by Neil Shusterman. This is the final book in the Arc of a Scythe series. Scythe is one of my favorite books of the year. I have also read Thunderhead this year. I did enjoy Scythe slightly more, but this is the final book and my second most anticipated read of 2019. This is also my book for the third week of the Winter Magical Readathon, and the challenge for that was to read a book with purple on the cover, and this one was also on my Bookopoly TBR to read a book set in a dystopian world. So I've been all snuggled up in my Imposia blanket reading this evening. I'm on page 435. I can't remember what page I was on when I wrapped up last week's vlog, but I've read over 100 pages today. If you don't know what the series is about, it is a young adult series set in a utopian world where humanity has conquered death. Now in the society we have scythes, and scythes are tasked with gleaning people because the biggest problem in this perfect world is overpopulation. Now the world is governed by a godlike AI called the Thunderhead, but the Thunderhead does not hold jurisdiction over the scythes because the Thunderhead does not believe that an artificial intelligence should govern life and death. So the scythedom is completely separate, and there is a lot of corruption in this scythedom, which is the main cause of conflict in this series. Our two main characters are Citra and Rowan, and right at the beginning of this series they are apprentice scythes. Very quickly they do end up on two very separate paths that leads to a whole chain of events that leads to the hot mess that we are figuring out in this final book. So I'm not going to repeat anything that I said at the end of last week's vlog. If you would like to check out the thoughts that I covered last week, I will link last week's vlog up here. I am enjoying this, but at this point it could be anywhere between 3 and 5 stars. Neil Shusterman has created a very, very complex world in this series. We have, as I mentioned, the Thunderhead and the Scythedom, and the fact that these two aren't connected creates a lot of problems and a lot of loopholes, the extent of which I am only just finding out like 400 pages into this book. And I know that this book has been getting a lot of mixed reviews, and a lot of people have been rating it 3 stars who have loved the first 2 books in this series, and I kind of understand why, because there is a lot to cover in the conclusion to this book. I still don't really know. I made a prediction of how I think the series is going to end, but aside from that prediction I made like 100 pages in, I don't really know where this book is going to go. Even 300 pages after I made that prediction, I have not found out anything new that leads me to be more confident in that prediction. So that is still a prediction. I don't know. That's literally the only prediction I have, and it's a hard maybe because nothing is confirming my suspicions. So I feel like a lot of the mixed reviews are because of the complexity of this world and how much there is to wrap up in this final book. As I've not finished the book yet, I cannot say whether I think the series should have been longer, but I think with the complexity of the world it definitely could be. I also think that there is a lot of room for spin-off series in this world because there is just so much. There are areas of the world that are only hinted at. There are also certain areas where the Thunderhead was running experiments to see if it could better humanity by implementing certain things, and some of those were successful and some of them weren't. So there's definitely room in this world for a lot more stories, but I think that the complexity of what is going on here could be contributing to those lower ratings because there's a lot to wrap up and it's only one 600-page book, and in some aspects the world is still expanding even as we are coming to the end of the series. So there is a lot going on, and I think that my rating of this book will be very dependent on how everything wraps up, but it's still fast-paced. I'm still flying through it. I only haven't finished it yet. Wow, I've been reading it a week now. I only haven't finished it because I've been kind of busy. Like I didn't read anything at all on Saturday and very little on Friday, but I've read over 100 pages today and I now only have 200 pages left. Maybe I will finish this tomorrow, although I do have to do my Christmas dinner food prep tomorrow. So we'll see how I go on. Today I did do the Christmas food shopping, which was the first time doing the Christmas food shopping on my own. I did plan and orchestrate the Christmas food shop last year, but we went with my dad and he was like in control of the money. But this will be the first Christmas that I'm spending without family. It will just be me and Curtis this year, which is very strange for me because this will be my 27th Christmas and 25 of those were exactly the same with my mum and dad, and my mum always did like a full Christmas dinner, so I'm very like traditional about Christmas, and I will be making a full Christmas dinner even just for 2 people, exactly the way that my mum made it. Last year was the first year that my Christmas wasn't exactly the same, and that is because my mum passed away last year, so that Christmas was very different. This one will be even more different because it won't be at my mum and dad's house, and my dad is not coming for Christmas dinner. So yeah, it's going to be interesting because last year my dad did help me out a lot with the turkey, and he got up early to turn that on and was checking that it was cooked all day. Christmas is going to be interesting, but it's still going to be great. It's still going to be great. Christmas will never be the same as it was with my mum not being around, so I'm not too upset that Christmas won't be as I'm used to, because I've come to accept that it's never going to be the same again, essentially, if that makes sense. But not to put a downer on things, but yeah, today I did do the Christmas food shop and I'm glad that it's over. I also bought my last Christmas present today, so that is all done. And this evening I did edit the video where I'm unboxing all of the gifts that you guys sent me off my Amazon wish list. So thank you so much to everybody who did give me something this season. I do very much appreciate it, and you guys have helped to make this Christmas extra special. But in that video I do thank everybody individually, and I've also been through and thanked everybody on Twitter as well. So I'm not sure when I'm going to be checking in with you next, because as I said, I have a lot of work to do tomorrow with the Christmas food prep, and then my dad is coming for dinner on Christmas Eve as opposed to Christmas Day, and then of course it will be Christmas Day and I'll be cooking for most of the day. There is a possibility that my Mac is coming tomorrow. I'm going to be waiting on a call from the store to see if it's in stock and ready for me to collect. They said that it may be here on Christmas Eve, so fingers crossed it will be. If not, it will probably be the 27th, but I'm feeling hopeful that my Mac will be arriving today as well. The only downside to that, of course, is that I'm going to want to play with it and set it up and things, and I don't really have the time for that tomorrow or on Christmas Day. Also, plans for this week: Ashleigh from A Frolic Through Fiction will be here on Friday through till Sunday, I believe. So you will be seeing Ashleigh's face again. Question that you guys are going to be asking me soon is, does Ashleigh ever leave your house? And the answer to that at the minute is not very often. So hopefully this week will be a lot of fun, and it will also contain a lot of reading.
Like the ones I used to know.
Morning guys, so I just woke up. I have a cup of coffee. This camera angle is not the best. You're balanced on a tissue box and a Terry's chocolate orange. I have just received this in the mail, which is from Owlcrate. I'm interested to see what's inside. Oh wow, this is seriously a strong envelope. Yeah. Oh, so the first thing, fuck, I only dropped that in my coffee. The first thing we have is this that says Happy Holidays, love Team Owlcrate, and there they all are, the little cuties. And on the back it says, wishing you a wonderful holiday season and a bookish new year 2019. So that's really cute. And they also sent me a cute little pair of Owlcrate socks that also say Owlcrate loves you. Thank you so much, Owlcrate, for these. That's a nice little cute Christmas surprise. Oh my god, that's super cute. So last night I did read up to page 490 of Thunderhead, so I have 140 pages left. I am still going to try and finish this today. I'm feeling very optimistic with the amount that I managed to read last night. So I'm going to go and drink my coffee now, read some of this, and get that video scheduled for this evening, and then we will be doing the Christmas Day food prep.
Where's the camera? Is it there?
Hello there, YouTube. It is me, Becca from Becca and the Books. Today, I'm going to go pick up my Mac. I've got these gifts for you, brum pum 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 pum. Time to go pick up the Mac. Well, that is what you came here to see. Yes. See you in a minute. Going into Curry's now to go pick it up. Thank you very much. See you in a little bit.
It's a torrential rain out there.
but I have the Mac. Oh, there it is. And I tell you now, I asked for a Mac that was requested and paid for by Becca and the Boohoos, and they said, is it a computer? And I'm thinking, of course it's a computer, of course. Anyway, there we go, picked it up. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next, I'll see you when I see you. See you in the next one. Bye. Bye.
Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. The white Christmas, of the white Christmas. With every Christmas card I write.
Oh fuck, I've left my ring on. Hey, so as you probably gathered from the clips that you've just seen, I have just been doing Christmas food prep while Curtis went to pick up my Mac, which arrived in store earlier today. So we have it, it is here. Thank you guys so much. This box is huge, but thank you guys so much for every donation to my crowdfund. I am so grateful. I'm hoping that this is definitely going to give me a little bit more consistency again with my content, and hopefully it will also give me a glow up, because my laptop screen does not accurately represent color, so I can't do any color adjustments at all because it ends up really oversaturated and not looking good. So thank you guys for donating. Thank you for helping me upgrade this equipment. And now I'm going to open the Christmas present that my dad got me, because being a very practical man, he bought me a extension lead. It's a fancy one, but it's an extension lead. He said that I could open it early if I needed to use it. So I'm gonna set that up at my desk. I need to clean my desk and then get this baby out of the box and set up. No doubt I will also need Curtis's help with setting this up. I've never used an Apple computer before at all, so that's going to be fun. But I do have an Owlcrate unboxing that I can edit. It's only short, so it won't take me too long to like cut into my Christmas time. Not that it would be a problem, because I'm super excited to get using this. But yeah, hopefully I can get everything in there and then I can do like a little test edit on an Owlcrate unboxing. But thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'm so excited, and I'm gonna go set her up.
Yourself a merry little Christmas night, and have yourself a merry little Christmas. Up, 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 up,
Hey guys, so it is much later in the week now. I don't know how to put this into rest mode. I filmed an update for you guys on Christmas Day, but at some point in the Mac unboxing, I accidentally knocked my camera into the wrong setting, and everything I filmed for the rest of Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is in like a square frame, and I can salvage most of the B-roll, hopefully. But the speaking clips, I don't really have much of a chance of saving, so I'm just gonna redo those because I haven't filmed anything else since. So on, I'm gonna say Christmas Day because it was like 4 in the morning, I finished The Toll by Neil Shusterman. I gave this one 4 stars. I really enjoyed this, and I'm very torn about my rating on this one. I'm not sure if it's an issue, this is my deal. This book and this series became more about the world than it did about the characters, but my favourite aspect of this is the world, so I'm unsure whether that's a bad thing or a good thing. We start off this series with our 2 main characters, Citra and Rowan. I mentioned in last week's vlog that the timeline of this one is all over the place, and the reason for this is that Neil Shusterman needed to get the main characters back into the story at an earlier point in the book, so the timeline is all jumbled at the beginning. So I get that, but then the conclusion of the series had very little to do with the main characters at all. I also feel like some of the conflicts in this book weren't resolved in a satisfying manner. For example, something happens right at the end of the book at the hands of a character that could have performed this action at any point throughout the story. One of the main characters is so irrelevant in this. They have bits throughout the book, but what they're doing throughout the book I don't feel like really contributes to the end game of the series. And then the other character is doing a little bit more, but still nothing that massively impacts the big conclusion. That being said, I really love the world. So I loved how this became about the world as a whole, about the politics, about saving humanity, as opposed to the personal journeys of these 2 characters. But I did mention earlier in this vlog that there could be spin-off series in this world, and I feel like we could have had an isolated story in this series that follows these 2 characters, and there could have been a spin-off series when the world had already been established in a traditional sense that is about just the world as a whole. But what I did like about this is that there are no chosen one type characters, because the 2 main characters just become a part of the greater plot as a whole. It was not about the destiny of certain characters. It was kind of more realistic, you could say, in that no one person was entirely responsible for the happenings in this book. It was an amalgamation of all of the characters. Some characters set balls rolling, some characters were more on the back lines just doing the planning and stuff that made things happen, and I did like that aspect about it. But I am giving this one 4 stars overall. I did really enjoy it. It's just, I really liked the ending. There were a lot of bittersweet aspects there, and I really enjoyed a lot of that part of it. It's just, I don't know, I'm really torn on this one, but 4 stars. Loved especially like the last section. It was very cinematic and very dramatic and action-packed. I just felt like some pieces that had been laid out from the beginning of the series became irrelevant instead of tying together in this satisfying package. So that was my Bookopoly book 2 read a book set in a dystopian world, and this was also my magical readathon book week 3 to read a book with pink or purple on the cover. Now on Christmas Day I did also do chapter 4 of the magical readathon, which I don't have that footage anymore, but I did get 2 reading prompts for that. The first one was to read a book that starts with the letter S for Slytherin, and for that I chose The Song Rising by Samantha Shannon. This is the bonathon book for the month. We will be having a live show the first weekend in January, I think, and this is the final book published in the Bone Season series so far. This is book 3 of an eventual 7, and this is a series that follows Paige Mahoney, who is a clairvoyant in a world where clairvoyancy is illegal. Because of this, the clairvoyants have banded together in underground crime gangs in a futuristic London, and Paige is the second in command for one of the most influential crime gangs in this world. Now the story here really kicks off when Paige is on the train to visit her father, and she accidentally reveals her powers in a fight or flight kind of moment. She's then captured and assumedly taken to be hanged. However, she actually ends up in this place that nobody thought existed, and there's supernatural creatures and ghosts and things like that. So the first book focuses a lot on supernatural elements in this series. The second book focuses a lot on the crime politics and features some really good twists. And the third book This is a reread for me. I have no recollection of what happens in this book at all. Definitely read it, but I couldn't tell you a thing about what happens in here. So I have started this, but I am only on page 7. I've pretty much done no reading since I finished the tome, but that is the book that I picked with that prompt. And then the second prompt I got was to read a book by an author whose last name starts with the letters T, M, or R, and I did pick up 2 maybes for this. I'm not sure what I'm going to go with, but the first one is The Ice Dragon by George R.R. Martin. This was kindly gifted to me by Mariam, so thank you so much for that. And when I opened this, I did say that I wanted to try and squeeze it into this month. So this is a children's book, and it is one of the like spin-offs or additions to the A Song of Ice and Fire series. I don't really know the plot of this, but The Ice Dragon is a cautionary tale in the world of A Song of Ice and Fire that is told to children. It is also illustrated. We have some beautiful images here, and by the end of 2020 I want to have read all of the spin-offs to A Song of Ice and Fire, so I think this one would be a nice little place to start, get this in just before the beginning of 2020, although I don't think I'm actually going to finish another book this year, which is disappointing, but I hit 100 books. The Toll was my 100th book, which I'm very happy about. And then the second option was Birthday by Meredith Russo. This is a story with at least one trans character. Wow, I have just disappeared. I'm not making this any better at all, am I? So this follows 2 teenagers, but they were born on the same day in the same hospital, so their families are close, and they always celebrate their birthdays together. And I believe one of these characters is realizing that they are trans. It's supposed to be a very powerful story. There is some controversy surrounding Meredith Russo at the moment, but her books are still worth reading, I believe, because of the powerful messages contained in them. So I'm excited to read this one. So these 2 are my options for that challenge. Don't know which one I'm going with yet, because I want to read this one because it's in the A Song of Ice and Fire world, but I also really want to get through some library books. I am going to go now because in an hour Ashleigh from A Frolic Through Fiction is going to be here, and I'm about to start filming a video that I hate filming. I hate editing, but I love the finished product. So I think that's going to take me quite a few hours. Ashleigh's going to be here in an hour. She said I can film when she's here. She doesn't mind. So I want to make a good start on that. I want to be at least halfway through filming it by the time she gets here. I'm not going to say what it is. I do aim to have it up on Sunday, but there is a very big chance that I won't get it done in time. So just in case I don't manage to get that up on Sunday, I won't tell you what that is, but if I did get it up, I'll link it up here so you can see it. So I'm gonna go and get on with that, and I'll probably check in with you guys at some point while Ashleigh is here. Time to plot the new spaces with these very technical pieces of equipment we have. I'm not vlogging too much because spoilers. Hey guys, so I'm here for an update because I have not done very many this week at all. Although in fairness, I have not read a page since Christmas night. I'm still on page like 6 of The Song Rising. Ashleigh is still here. She there. I don't think you've seen her at all in this vlog, but she is here. She will be going home soon. But we've had a really productive weekend, which is why we haven't really been vlogging, because we've been making videos, we've been editing videos, we've been doing thumbnails and all that stuff. We've both got at least one video that we have fully filmed and edited over this weekend, and it's actually been really good for the productivity to have somebody else to be productive with. Today we have been, well, Ashleigh was taking some photos for me because I'm doing a new product launch, which will include some new candles and also some exciting new products, which I will probably talk to you about next week because that is when they'll be launched. And now I'm currently making up the new candle labels and I need to start editing this week's vlog. So I mean, I was going to wrap up the vlog probably sometime about now. I do maybe plan on doing some reading later, but I'm not sure. And the reason why I'm not wrapping up this vlog and why I'm not sure what's happening later is because we might be having a party later, which is a weird thing because I've never had a party before, and also for me not to be sure whether we're having a party at 5 p.m. is concerning. But essentially Curtis's friends wanted to go out for a few drinks before Christmas, but nobody had time, so we kind of threw around the idea of them coming here, which they said yeah, and then we never set a date. And then about an hour ago Curtis said that it might be tonight, and I'm not dressed for socializing. I have a vlog to edit, and then Ashleigh won't stay with me because she's cruel. So yeah, I might be having a party later. If I do have a party, I imagine there will be a little bit of footage, and if I don't have a party, I'll come back and wrap up this vlog later. But socializing and alcohol when I want to put my pajamas on and read and edit, it's gonna be a fun experience, but I'll let you guys know what happens. Oh, and say bye to Ashleigh because she's leaving in like an hour. Bye. Hey guys, so it is almost midnight now and I'm here to wrap up the vlog. I haven't done, well, I have done things, I've done plenty of things this evening, but I haven't done any reading. As you can probably tell, there is no party, but it is happening tomorrow and I'm scared. So yeah, we'll be opening up the vlog with party footage tomorrow, which honestly, I think it only hit me half an hour ago that I'm hosting a party tomorrow night. So I need to work tomorrow. There's going to be a big announcement right at the beginning of next week's vlog, which will reveal why I have to work tomorrow when I'm supposed to be on my 2 weeks break from work. But yeah, I'll let you know at the beginning of next week's vlog. So I need to get up early because I need to shower and wash my hair and blow dry it, and it's now too late to blow dry it. I need to work, I need to clean, I need to edit Bookopoly, and then I need to have a party. So I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not. It'll be interesting anyway. I do this thing all the time where anything to do with socializing in an unfamiliar way, so either with people who aren't my friends, I mean, guys' friends are kind of my friends, but I didn't make them. And then of course a party scenario, like I always dread it. I dread it, and then when it happens, it's not as bad as I make it out to be, and I usually end up having a good time. So yeah, the party's not tonight, the party is tomorrow. Pray for me. I have spent most of my evening editing this vlog. I've been having so much fun with Final Cut Pro because when I got the Mac, I've also changed editing software, which took me a little bit of time to get to grips with, but I had a whole ton of fun editing this and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it. Of course, thank you once again to everybody who donated to my crowdfund to make this possible. I'm eternally grateful. I'm just having so much more fun with content creation than I have been recently, and I think it's really going to show in the quality of my videos, hopefully, because like I said, I've had so much fun editing this vlog. It's taken me all night and it's not even a long vlog, but I've had a great time. Surprisingly as well, I didn't realize how much had happened this week. I mean, there was Christmas, which already seemed like forever ago. Ashleigh was here this weekend. I know we didn't vlog much, but she was here and we got a shit ton of stuff done. And I also made Bookopoly 2.0 with a little help from Ashleigh, who did actually do all of the drawing and writing on the board because I'm just not artistic that way. That's not the way that I'm creative. So thank you so much, Ashleigh, for that. I am eternally grateful, and if you ever need somebody to make you an emergency candle, you know where I am. So that's all I've got for you guys because, as I said, no reading, but I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. If you've made it this far, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Let me know how your Christmas was. Let me know if you've received any books as gifts and what they were. But that's all from me this week. Please don't forget to like this vlog if you liked it and subscribe if you want to. And I will catch you guys next week. Bye.
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you will go where nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.